Namaste. I'd like to invite you to do this meditation with me. I call this Vairagya. Abhyasa, Vairagya, Tannirodha. Abhyasa is practice, Vairagya is a certain sense of detachment. Over the next 21 minutes, I invite you to sit absolutely still. You could sit against a wall, even on a chair if need be, but ideally on the floor, maybe a cushion. Once you've sat still, place your palms on your knees with the index fingers touching the thumbs. Jnana Mudra. With the tip of your tongue, roll it backwards to touch the soft upper palate of your mouth. Kechri Mudra, roof of the mouth. With the eyes closed, looking internally and upwards above the third eye space. Shambhavi Mudra. Your body in Siddhasana, Padmasana, Swastikasana, or any posture where your spine is straight, your body is still, and your mind is still. Now that we've brought ourselves to asana and mudra, let's start to work on pranayama a little bit. So just begin by watching your breathing. And bring your awareness to set your intention, your sankalp, for the next 20 minutes. Whatever it is that you want out of this meditative practice, and ideally to do this every day till it gets deep wired in your neural circuits. Essentially, what do you want from this practice? Stating that intent to yourself before we begin. And as you breathe in, silently within, chanting So. And as you breathe out, silently within, chanting Hum. Silently So. Hold the breath. Hum. After breathing out, hold the breath. Let's try 3 more rounds. Bring your awareness to your eyebrow center, to visualize yourself sitting down and looking up to a high mountain. We are sitting in a valley, looking up to the mountains and the highest of them. It is close enough for us to begin an ascent, and yet we are unable to see all the way up to the peak. The clouds cover it. In your mind's eye, begin to visualize who you want to be, to become, who you would want to meet on top of that mountain, the who that you want to become, that you're going to meet when we complete this trek up the mountain. Who is that person that you're willing to create? For every single day, billions of cells in our body are dying and being replenished. Billions of neuronal connections are changing with neuroplasticity. And therefore, we have this unique ability to create who we want to be. It is not important who you are, it is important who you are becoming. From the base of knowing who we are, we then seek out the grace to ascend up this mountain to become who we want to be, who we've always wanted to be. Begin to choose for yourself one quality that you've aspired to. And this could be anything. There must be something that you've really wanted to make a part of your life. Could be joy, patience, discipline, whatever is the one that you have wanted to see in yourself. Make that quality your sankalp. Stating it to yourself 3 times with a deep emphasis. When I trek up this mountain on January 1st, this is the person I want to become and meet there. Every day, even if I take just one step, I can sleep peacefully because I've taken a step in the direction I want to go. Every small step leads me to where I want to reach. Every journey begins with an intent. Now that you know what your intent is, please choose one. Even if you have 2, 3, choose one. Let's get there, and then you can do the next later. Choose one. Visualize your face, your body sitting on that mountain with that quality. So if your quality is joy, visualize a joyful you. And like that, whatever is your quality that you aspire to, visualize that in you. Now, it's ready. It's time to start trekking up our mountain. We will need a little bit of preparation first. And the only thing that we need now that we have the intent is energy. To begin our energetic process, we start with Bhastrika pranayama. Block out your right nostril and breathe out through the left 10 times. The same on the other side. Bhastrika pranayam 100 times, actively inhaling and exhaling. Enjoying the stillness that comes from having to breathe very less now. If any of you find it difficult to do 100 breaths, do only as much as you're comfortable with. To have the energy to break those internal barriers that are stopping us from being who we want to be, we will need to work with pranayama, breathing. If every breath of ours is slightly deeper than what we are used to, we will find very quickly we are becoming more vibrant and energetic. Remember your Soham breathing, Ujjayi pranayam. The next element we will have to look at is food. So let's spend a minute becoming aware. Is the food that I'm eating energizing me? Is eating become a prayer for me? Or am I feeling sluggish, constipated, lacking in prana? And if so, let me make a commitment to eat those foods that nourish my body. Let my food be a blessing unto me. Nobody needs to tell us what to eat and what not to eat. All we require is to be mindful, pay attention, and become aware of which foods suit us, how many times we need to eat in a day, how much we need to fast. Let us become aware of our own processes. We will need to be at our best if we are going to transform. The person I am today is based on the amount of energy I have today. If I can change it and improve it through pranayama, through eating well, I can transform to who I want to be. After pranayama and food, let's bring our awareness to our sleep. Am I getting enough sleep? Am I waking up refreshed? Am I going to sleep before I'm totally knocked out and tired? Is the night, is the Ratri really a time for me to replenish and get rest, body, mind and emotions? Let's commit to improve sleep. And now, let us look at the backpack we are carrying. There are so many people or things or experiences there that don't serve us anymore, and yet we carry this heavy weight with us. However emotional it may be, we need to drop our backpack if we are to climb up this mountain. Only we can go up. We cannot take any excess baggage, otherwise we won't be able to climb. So, let us bring our awareness to drop the one thing that is causing the maximum hindrance to us climbing up. Whatever is that one thing that is stopping us today and every day. Now that we've laid down our backpack, it's time for us to do 3 Om chants. So we seek out the grace of our mother, father, teachers, anyone whose grace we seek out before we start this journey. If you are a believer, you can also seek out grace of the divine. 3 Om chants. It's time for us to start running up this mountain that we have wanted to trek up for so many years, starting to run up, 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 and all the way up. Many a times we may doubt ourselves, but let us remember our sankalp. Let us remember the grace that people want us to be our best. Let us remember that by being our best, we give the most to the world. And as we climb up, we reach up to a point on the cliff where we're clinging on to one rock that we need to surmount. And I want you to look down and see how high you have come up. You can see the other peaks below you. Now, start to contract your body, your legs, hands, back, face. Contract your entire body as you make a huge effort to lift yourself over this final rock to reach the cliff. So contract, release. As you release, you have climbed on top. And all you can see is yourself sitting, looking towards the sunrise. After taking a few steps, you're almost at touching distance with the version of yourself you have aspired to. And as you put your hand on your shoulder, suddenly that disintegrates. The idea you created of who you want to be dissipates. You detach. Without that idea, you wouldn't have trekked up this mountain. But now that you've reached here, you detach, and rather, you yourself sit down where you saw that version of you. You sit down there, ground yourself. You have made the journey and transformed to become whoever you wanted to, but your journey is yours. This is not a mental thing. This is an energetic transformation. Every day, small steps, abhyasa, practice towards your goal that eventually you detach from. This inward attachment is very important to get you to start moving. Bringing your hands into a namaste at the center of your chest. Moving that image, that feel of who you want to be from your eyebrow center, let it fall into your heart space. And from your heart, stretch your arms out wide so that you're coming into a body language that is more celebratory, to celebrate life, to share the best of who you are with everyone you know. Let's commit to celebrate life. Rub the palms, take the warmth to your eyes. Namaste, yogis. Here's to more celebration.